Sziasztok! Itt BigBen. És hát kicsit késtem a dolgokkal az előző videók miatt, de már nagyon régóta fenn volt az Enderal. Ugye egy teljes játékról beszélünk a Skyrim engine-jével, szóval egy full modifikáció. Körülbelül 3 képet láttam az egészből, de nagyon jónak néz ki, szóval szerintem kezdjünk is bele. Oha, új loading screen. Szóval egy pár modot használok csak a HUD-hoz meg ilyenek, viszont ingame még nem voltam, szóval lehet, hogy rám fog crashelni az egész, mert az Enderal nem kompatibilis minden moddal, ugye, hiszen egy teljesen másik játékról beszélünk, de remélhetőleg nem ütközünk akadályokba. Azt a kurva. Ho! Hát agyamat eldobom. Hát egy pillanat. Na kérem, már is minden működik. Kicsit bezavart a két Sky UI játéknak. Szóval mi éppen a mi questünk. Apuval kell beszélni. Valami fontosat akar nekünk mondani. És hol van apu? Miért nem mutatja a aput? Hát jó, majd megtaláljuk. Vannak itt aranyos patszik. Jó ez a Vivid Ender EMB, azt hiszem azt használjuk. Viszont nekem itt volt fű, nem? Mármint egy rakat fű. Mi történt? WTF? Kicsit össze vagyok emiatt most zavarodva. Meat is life. Oké. Okay. Ja, látom magam, nem nagyon vagyok kisfiú, de majd ez gondolom változik. Mert nem szabadna ugye látni magam. Ez mi a geci? Lel. Mi? Hogy fut? Szerintem nincsenek jobb bebindelve az utcaim. Vagy csak nem tudunk egyelőre googolni. Hát aranyos, meg minden. Kicsit Oblivionra emlékeztet. Viszont tényleg kéne itt fűnek lennie. De egy rakatnak.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it? No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh well, who knows?
Lehet, hogy a kis babát
go
kerestük.
inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking. The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Hát akkor csináljunk kaját. De szerintem ezt kerestük itt. Ez így nagyon gáz lesz, mert a női animációk vannak benne nekem. És elég homoszexuális így futkározni. Mindegy, biztos ezt kerestem. Ha fölvennéd. Ja, hogy nem veszi föl, oké. Akkor tök fölöslegesen jöttem ide. Jó, tudjuk. Hát jó, akkor segítünk főzni. Itt benne. Anyu. Tomato. Anyádat. Jó. Ezek szerint be van építve alapból a quick loot? Mert nem úgy rémlik, hogy én csak úgy beraktam volna. Ja, ezt... Ez creepy volt, apu.
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we? What? Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them.
Oh.
But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us.
Lel.
You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime, to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
Kac. Milyen sok opciónk van.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh.
Jó, ez kicsit
And-
fucked up.
Oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed
wat
it,
dat
period.
direct
No
wordt.
matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry. Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining?
Ojaj.
You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Az igen. Ez nem volt szép, apu. Ez nem volt szép. A nice day in summer, ja. Lol. Ez... Ja.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad but fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today. Shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork. Having long stood still, its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Damn, son. Én meg még azt hittem, hogy a Falszkárnak vannak ilyen jó cuccai csak. Hát ja. Kíváncsi vagyok, milyen technikai csodákat tudtak megvalósítani ezzel a moddal.
Quiet, damn it! You wanna wake up the entire ship or what?
Na most mi történik?
Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Ja.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean? As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache. We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Ó, gondoltam, hogy ez lesz a character creation. Nice, ez egy jó kis megoldás. Half Glennon, what the fuck? Milyen részek vannak itt? Egy az. Csajkariról fogunk beszélni. Ez is egyben. No. Ennyi az opciónk? Szomorú. Akkor maradjon ez a legfehérebb a csapatból. Nézzük meg, nincs preset? Ezek szerint nincs. Kicsit tudjuk barnítani. Ja, amúgy ez az Enderal elvileg az Oblivion modnak, a Nehrimnek a folytatása. De azt mondják, hogy nem kell ahhoz játszani a Nehrimet, hogy tudjuk, hogy itt mi a helyzet. Nem tudom, nagyon ocsmány szegény nő. Szóval én ezzel az orra nem tudom, mit csinálok. Elég fucked up. Szerintem csak a hajunkat megmókeroljuk, ez egy jó kis HDT hajra. Amint ide nézne. Ez Apache Sky Hair. Valami HDT hajaink. Ez én kedvenceim. Church Physics ezúttal nincsen, sajnálom. Ez úgy jó lesz, szerintem, egy fasz armorral. Amúgy nagyon, sokkal realisztikusabb az arca, mint egy alap Skyrim NPC-nek. Vagy hát karakternek. Csak az orra ne lenne ilyen bunkós bot. Nem rossz, nem rossz. Én. Most kivételesen ezt a nevet adom a karakternek, pedig nem ezt szoktam.
Right, how could I have forgotten? She was one of the few free people who ever set foot on a ship. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit. Someone's coming!
Women nowadays
Oh, yeah.
just don't want a man to guard them
Nem közben
anymore.
megy itt nekem
That's
munkafelvétel
the
azért.
problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Ó, ezek ide jönnek.
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Aha, here we go. Ah, smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Ojaj.
Okay.
Ide fog följönni shit.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Ez nice. Beef.
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge!
Őszintén szólva ezek összevernek.
You'll regret this!
Nem férek el, bazd meg. Ojha. Nincs nálunk valami HP. Really? Ne itt a Sky UI-ról.
Regret this, you son of a bitch!
Ne. Ne engem kerges őt. Get wrecked.
Oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now? Yes, of course. That makes
Összekötözzük
sense.
őket.
One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on, help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board.
Nem értem, miért bugos a Sky UI. Mert ennek fúj.
Just can't ever be easy, can it?
Default UI, de ocsmány. Kapcsoljunk csak fényt. Vagy nem? Nem kapcsolhatok? Akkor jó. Hol fogok én itt kötelet találni? Meg mindjárt megpusztulok. Rope. Hát eskü nem találok. Borthoz csak elvisszük. Interact rope.
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance, but my identity is irrelevant. As are you, dear Sirius, unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil, and I believe you. But sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen, It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
What?
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing? Please! Just don't leave! We just wanted to...
Ouch. Pont bekaptam a vasajtónak a sarkát. Júj. Érdekes amúgy.
After we had left Ostin, the two of you hid in the
Elkaptak minket.
cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic.
Ez így volt.
Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us. The war, we just wanted a second chance. That's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without pay.
Nem tudok fölkelni? Nem.
Yes, we could work for you. You know, we could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain.
I don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
Na, paszt meg.
Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
Nesze, Sirius. Ezt kapod a Minecraft videókért.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie her and her comrade together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Kösz. Ouch. Muszikálunk? Azt hiszem.
Tell me, what is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never...
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm doing.
It's just... There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
what is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Júj. Jó lenne már föltölteni a HP-mat most már, hogy komolyan. Wow. Leave the world in between by choosing telemeditation. Nem értem, mi van a Sky UI-ommal. Elég fucked up. Meditation. És akkor tudjuk használni a B-vel. Jó van, utána kell néznem még itt a Sky UI-os dolgoknak. Mert úgy félig meddig működik, félig meddig nem. Nem értem. Ősít az eső. Annyira örülnék, hogyha lenne valami kajá. Kolya. Híró menü. Mik nincsenek itt? Az igen? Az igen? Wow. Ez respekt nekik. Find the way to the mainland, oké. Okay. Szóval onnan ide keveredtünk valahogy. Nála volt egy kés. Amiben is ekvipelek, de jó lenne, ha nem dobogna a szívem non-stop. Arcane Fever, szóval túl lehet adagolni a potizást ezek szerint. Berakjuk a favoritekhez a dolgokat. Már nem is tudom, hogy működik a Vanilla UI. Nagyon meg kell fixelni a Sky UI-unkat. Ha erről álmodtunk, erről a helyről. Just like in the vision. Nagyon durva. Rengeteg olyan cucc van itt, amit Vanilla Skyrimban nem lát az ember. Benn nincs semmi? Jó. Valakint itt nagyon megmurdeltak, és jumpscare-től félek. Én csak skidülök akkor. Nagyon durva az attack speed is, mi a fasz? Ja, és ott az X-Pink. Bal felül. Érdekes. Hát ezt most viszek magammal. Jó. Abandoned Temple. Azt a kurva. Komoly cucc ez. Ez lenne az a gear, amiről a trailerbe beszéltek? Take the book at the skeleton's feet. Hol van itt a skeleton? Oh. Kiég a szemem. Akkor inventory-t megnyitva szépen el tudjuk olvasni. Ezzel az egykeresünk fejlődött. Noise. Ki tudok zoomolni végre? Ki. Hát nem tudom, valami nem jók az animációk éppen, mindegy. Valami kell hozzá. Nem tudom felkapcsolni a lámpát. Ez kellett volna? Ez olyan. Őha. Jumping puzzle, bitches. Én készen állok. Ezt csináltam egész életemben. Hát ez rohadt jó. Öcsém. Azért ide hozzuk a torcsot. Kicsit félek. Merre? Hol vagyunk? Lehet, el kellett volna mennem a kékség fele. Mert itt már szerintem a kijárat lesz. To rest in Enderal you need a sleeping place. Ja. Ezt gondoltam. Csináljam vajon a szokásos nyilas buildemet? Nem tudom még. Mert általában mindig nyilas vagyok. De most össze elnézek erre. Én meg azért hozzáadom favoritokhoz. Ó, érdemes volt ide jönni. Certain areas, healing spells, raise your arcane fever. Ambriosa. What the fuck? Ambrózia amúgy valószínűleg, csak nem bírok olvasni. Anyád. A kurva szádat. Van nálunk olyan? Akármi is. Potiknál nincs. Hopp. Na. 20%-kal jó. Először fölveszünk cuccokat, ezt utána megisszuk. Aha. Szóval túl sok mágikus cucctól így megbötökszünk. Nice. Nem tudom, mi lehet, ha az felmegy 100%-ra, de nem akarom kipróbálni. Oké. Jó, semmi nem bugol, ahogy nézem. Ez jó. Ja, megpróbáljunk akkor aludni egyet. Először. Nem tudom pontosan, hogy mennyire lesz szükségünk rá, de azért aludtunk. Lassan szerintem májnemik is lesznek. A patkányokon kívül. The corpses and the light. Ja igen, itt voltak ilyen égetett hullák. Hát remélem, hogy nem hiányzik nekem annyi a sztoriból a Nehrim miatt, hogy ne értsem az itteni dolgokat. De ezek szerint ugyanaz a karakter a főszereplő, mint ott. Damn, son. Nagyon szép a level design amúgy. Már csak azt nem értem, hogy hova tűnt nekem az a sok fű, ami volt az elején. Ezt már meg kell még mókerolnom. Valószínűleg csak a következő részig, vagy részre lesz meg. Jó, ezek szerint ezzel nem tudunk mit kezdeni. Azt a kurva. Nagy a csábítás, hogy screenshotokat csináljak. Mert rohadt szép. Pickaxe-ünk már van. Kicsit a Tomb Raider elejére emlékeztetve a 2011-es Tomb Raider. Ez mi? könyvet is eltettük. Nem néztem, hogy mihez való az a könyv. Ja, heal. És ezzel itt meg healelni tudjuk magunkat. Érdekes. Wow. Ezzel az AMB-vel nagyon durván néz ki a játék. Blueprint. Horseshoe. Azt a rohadt. Ennyi új dolgot belepakoltak volna. Az mi a rák? Nem láttál semmit. Mi a faszom az? Szerintem meglátod. Hát nyomok egy quick-save-et és megpróbáljuk megölni. Mod elementál. Szóval egy Frostrolnak a remodellje, értem. Nem bírok célozni. Miért nem bírom eltalálni? Mi a fasz? Ajjajajajaj. Azt hiszem futunk. Ja, nem bírom eltalálni, lol. Gondolom messzar az átcserém, vagy valami ilyesmi lehet. Remélem nem jön utánam. El sem akarom képzelni, hogy ehhez az egész sztorihoz milyen lore találtak ki, mint háttér. Mert itt, amik a loading screenben vannak, ezek komoly dolgok, azt hiszem. Entropy, meg Psionics, Conjuration. Mintha egy teljesen új játék lenne. Csak a gameplay ugyanaz. Nagyon durva. Azt a kurva, de szép. LOL. Öcsém. Szedjünk pumpkint, ha már az a küldi. Mi volt még itt? Mana. Fungite. Gondolom ez az. Nem. Öcsém. Nagyon epik. Ó, ez kell nekünk. Csak olyan sötét, hogy hát a fasz tudja. Hol van még pumpkin? Level upolunk is lassan. Öcsém. Azt a rohadt. Hát lehet nem szedtük össze az összeset, amit kellett volna. Nem akarok random trollokkal találkozni megint. Micsoda? Scrap metal of Ancient Nation. Szóval már nem demerek. Már az Ancient Nation. Ancient Nation. Gondolom ez lesz az alap flame cucc. Meg van tanulva. Hát ez is ki kéne rakni. Light Magic. Bázik. Szóval, hogyha én most beveszem például ezt, nem tudom. Hol van itt a nemi? Szóval itt... Anyád. Ide kéne csalogatnunk azt a trollt. Vagy akármi is az. És használjuk a trappet. Hogy kinyírjuk. Gyere, lépjél bele. Lele. Ez mi? Level up. Wow! Such wow! Na ez is valami. Egy új kard. Jaj. És egy teljesen új mesh, meg textúra. Nice. Most megnézem arra, mi van először is. Meg most megint level up-oltam? Vagy hogy működik ez? Hát ez gyönyörűen néz ki. Mi akar ez lenni ez itt a... baszki, meg se nézem, inkább baszki, nem. Valami ruhát csak földobunk magunkra. Ja, szóval akkor lényegében nem azt a skills-t kell szerintem használnunk, hanem ezt. Legalábbis gondolom én. Ez egy teljesen jó kis armor lesz itt. Szexi. Szexuális. Ops, az igen. Jó, a játék nem szeretné, hogy arra mennék, úgyhogy akkor megyünk erre. Please. Farkas, motherfucker. Get wrecked. Föl kell vennem egy cipőt, mert megfázik a pici lábam. Ez már is jobb. YOLO. Bashingetek, oké. Nem tudom mi az a lag. Akkor megint harc. Valamit el kéne nyomnom, mert... És ez nem töltött HP-t? Mi a fasz? Úgy. Öcsém. Ez itt halunk meg. Shit, shit. Miért tudnak ezek ide feljönni? Ott maradsz. Ez meghalt? Meg. Nagyon kell HP potit ennünk. Innunk. Elnyomtam mindent, sajnálom. Hogy? Rekt. Valamiért az XP rendszer laggoltatja a játékot, hogy nézem. Hoodie. Ezt felvesszük, mert az menő. Öcsém. Nice. Megnézem ezt a campet itt a túloldalon. Resting place discovered. Ez olyan, mint ha valami bonfire lenne. Ha van valami ahhoz hasonló rendszer, akkor azt mondom, hogy sem. Persze, szaros crab. Ez elég komoly egy armornak tűnt ott. Nem tudjuk meggyújtani. Chain boots. Ja, hülye vagyok. Minek kell nekem fákja, amikor itt van a quick light? Sokkal jobb. Enderal fehér a fénye. A szaros. Rákok. Nem baj, adnak XP-t. Hogy? Ez mi? Iron ore nem kell. Megnézzük, hogy jobb az az armor, amit felszedtünk. Csak hozzá kell szoknom ezekhez a menükhöz. Hát ha nem tudom megcsinálni a rohadt Sky UI-t, akkor sajnos ez marad. Nem rossz armor amúgy. Mármint úgy dizájnilag. Szívesen beraknám a sima Skyrimomba. Az biztos. Ó, hát persze, hogy itt is van Intrók. Vagy ahhoz hasonló. Intrók, nice. Mindjárt jön a quest, hogy szedjük össze 100-at. Ez mi a geci? Mi van ilyen aranyos feje? Mi ez? Hát ez kurva aranyos. Mint egy kutya, csak tehénbőrbe. Rohadt menő. Hello.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my dame? Who am I? Findelires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on her way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn! How do you know that this girl isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with her as if we were in the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it.
Jól van, na. De az a baj, ilyenkor le vagyok lokkolva. Mi a fasz?
Carbos, as he lives and breathes. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville.
Oh.
Here, take
this.
Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes. Well, whatever.
Szóval vannak többféle opció itt. Vagy knowledge. És gondolom az talán ad valamit az intellektusunkhoz.
What can I tell you?
Nagyon
This is
komoly.
the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell. To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Nagyon jó a szinkronizálás amúgy.
By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
Ez sok bonyolult dolog egyszerre.
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best. And who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
Szóval az istenek adják meg nekik a foglalkozásukat. Foglalkozáskörüket, amiken belül ők foglalkozást választanak. Érdekes.
Well, I didn't come up with it. Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carlos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Oh shit. Hú, ma megijedtem, bekeresett a játékunk. Nyomok is egy szévet ennek örömére. Komoly. És szerintem egyelőre legyen is itt ennyi. Ajajaj. Vagy oda vagyok jól, adjál valamit. Ó, várj, megkérdezem, mi van. Szarul vagyok, Finn.
By the righteous path. What happened to you? Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Bázok, szédülök, öcsém.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to... Whatever. Thank you. Gruntroots, gruntroots. Ah, here we go.
Jó lesz a siet, baszki.
So, let's see. Sheer cup, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn! The still!
Azt a kurva eget.
Do something, damn it! Do something!
Mi a fasz?
Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
You're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What, you mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be. Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
What the fuck?
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that?
A jövőt látom, az vicces lenne.
I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
Ojjaj.
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards.
Sniper! Shit.
They've hit me.
Carbos! Do something, damn it! Do...
Azt a kurva eget. Annyi action van. Azt hittem ennyi lesz ez a videó egyelőre, és nincs időm. Nincs időm leállni. Történnek az események non-stop. Hihetetlen.
Now would you look at that? Our mysterious survivor has awoken. Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story. Yep, quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves a, well, kind of a bitter feeling in your head? Yep, your magical talent has broken free inside you. I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic. This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all. Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas. Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
Hát az utóbbi 5 percben vagy 10-et megittam.
What? No. That won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia, a special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects. Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you. Visions?
Ó, én nem mondok erről senki
Are you
semmit.
sure? The Endralian spider plague's known to cause visions in the infected. And if that's what you got in that old temple, you should start digging your grave.
Oh shit.
Because your body parts will start falling off in a few hours if you don't do something about it. No, nowhere. Because that plague doesn't exist. I have no idea what kind of visions you're talking about, since the only visions I know of are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. But your reaction shows that you were trying to keep something from me.
Öcsém, ide is berakták ezt a Fallout 4-szerű rendszert, hogy tudják, hogy hazudok meg. Oh, hogy nem tetszett neki, meg ilyenek. Bázd meg.
I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here, and what did you do in that temple, And what exactly did you see in those visions?
Miért tartozok neki magyarázattal?
Can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that makes me curious. So, healing for information. What do you say?
Áj, jó legyen.
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen.
Milyen kíváncsi mindenki a sztorimra.
I understand. My condolences for your loss. So that means you somehow survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this, what, this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light. I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer. If anyone can help you, it's him. There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark. Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by the Lord, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
Alig várom. Akkor haladjunk.
There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right? Civil wars, usurpers everywhere, you name it. And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Watirs, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the lost ones, the living dead. Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do.
Lol.
The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness. Yeah, it's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness. And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself. Right, you're not from here. A magister is a kind of sage from the Holy Order, who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back. He killed 15 novices and himself. According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. And his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and, well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion. You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused. Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do exactly that.
Akkor ez ilyen treasure
They want to
hunter
know how
faszi.
a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims. True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which isn't far from here. And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here. Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
Hát jó, kisegítelek.
Well, for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of. I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
Puh, baszki. És akkor nehézség csillag alapján van. Öcsém. Hát jó. Akkor most tényleg itt fejezzük be egyelőre. Nagyon komoly ez az Enderal. Azt hittem csak szimpla quest mód lesz, mint egy fászkár, de ez annál sokkal több. Úgyhogy ja, a következő részben folytatjuk. Addig is, sziasztok!